built during the duration of Tezos India Fellowship. And I shared a little bit about Theos India Fellowship, Theos India, everything in the previous demo day on which happened on Wednesday. So without sharing too much of information, I'll just say that this year the Theos India Fellowship cohort 2 we got great participation, 3,500 plus applications, out of which 30 fellows were selected, and they have built to collectively after club together in groups they have built 13 plus projects, end-to-end working dApps, and with multiple different ideas. And today we are going to see what they've built in during this duration. They are really cool NFT projects, DeFi projects, and more. So I'm just happy to have everyone here. I think all of our fair fellows are here, and within just a minute we are gonna go and see what they've built during the duration of the Theos India Fellowship, right? So without further ado, I won't bore any of you with uh, more stuff that I'm gonna say about what this India, what we want to achieve, etc., etc. Let's just get right into it and see all of the projects ourselves, right? So I'll give now the stage to Sneha. And Sneha, if you can just invite all of our projects one by one, and let's get them started. Who do we have first, Sneha?
Yeah, hi. So first project we have Predicto. Predicto is a prediction market on Tezos. It purely runs on the AMM concept, which is written on the smart contract. Predicto turns users' beliefs into tradable shares. Users can bet on their beliefs and earn returns using Predicto. So now I would invite Predicto team to the stage and then take over the stage.
Hello, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so this is the project Predicto, which I've been working under Tezos India Fellowship for the past 8 weeks. So the project name is Predicto, which is a prediction market on Tezos blockchain. So what is a prediction market? Prediction market is a venue where tokens represent potential outcome of an event. So the potential outcome of an event are tradable shares, so you can buy and sell them. And it market pays out the holders the outcome that actually occurred. So you can earn a return if your outcome comes out to be true. So you can bet on your beliefs using Predicto. Your beliefs are turned into tradable shares, and market price also reflects the probability of the outcome to be occur in the future. And users can earn return if the prediction comes out to be true, and all this happen in a decentralized way through automated market maker. All of its logic is written on smart contracts, so it's purely immutable. And this is the workflow of the whole project. So first, the market creation occur, which will enter the question and every closing date of the event and everything. After that, trading occurs, like selling and buying of the outcome shares. And after this, the event actually happens, and the oracle reports the result of the event. And after this, the users who predicted right can claim their sales. And once the market is resolved, the correct outcome price become 1 TES and the other one is 0 TES. So this is more information. So the Predicto works on AMM concept, which uses constant product market maker. So it is purely written on smart contract and is immutable. So every prediction market has its own contract which has 7 entry points. One is to initialize the market, buying and selling shares, providing and removing the liquidity. One is for resolving the market, which is used by the oracle to resolve the result of the market, and one is to claim shares after the event actually occurred. So this is a test case. So I will explain this more in the demo. So let's go to the working demo of the app. So this is the admin application of the Predicto. So these are some markets that I've created beforehand. So let's create one market. So creating a market is a two-step process. First, you have to deploy the market contract, then you have to provide the initial liquidity. So let's just ask a question. Will India win the upcoming T20 World Cup? I will choose the date to be anything right now. Description I will add. And this is the Oracle address which will report the result to the market. So only this address can report the result. No any other address can report the result apart from this. So I'll hit deploy market contract. So it will deploy the market contract. So till it's prepared the transaction, I will show you the user side of the application. So this is the user side of the application, pretty same UI. So you can see all of the markets listed here with the prices like 0.5 test for each ES token and ending date. So if I click on this, connect your wallet first, I will connect my wallet. 1 second. Yeah. So this is the details page of a market. So you can see the current price is 0.5 for no and 0.5 for yes. And I own 0 yes tokens and 0 no tokens right now. So I can buy or sell any outcome shares. So let's just try buying 10 tests of yes. So you can see 10 tests of yes, I will get 15 yes tokens. So my potential profit is 5 tests because if yes occurs, so all of this will become one test and the difference I will have potential profit, which is 5 tests. So let's just do this transaction. And all of this happens due to AMM. So yeah, for the 10 tests, confirm it. Now we are just waiting for the confirmation of the transaction. Currently the project is on testnet, not on the mainnet. So we'll just wait for the confirmation. Yeah. Also for creating the market, the transaction has been ready. So we will just confirm it. I'll hit confirm. This is for originating the contract for creating the market. Okay, first the transaction has to be complete. It is taking some time. It is taking a bit long.
Is it the UI?
I don't think so. Let me reload. No, the transaction didn't happen yet. It is pending right now. So once it will occur, I will show. It is taking a bit long right now. So you can actually buy or sell the outcome tokens. Also, users can add liquidity to the market, add or remove the liquidity. So you can add liquidity in Tez and also remove the liquidity and get your funds back. So currently I have 10 liquidity shares, so I can also buy. So if say I have to buy 10 Tez of liquidity, so I will get 10 liquidity shares. also similar logic for selling. Let's say now it's updated now. So you can see now I have 15 yes tokens right now, and the price of yes actually changed from 0.5 to 0.8. You can see, and now I have 15, so I can sell this. Let's say I have to sell 10 of these, so I will get 7.19 TES in return. So for now, I will not do the transaction. Let's see what happened with this. So this transaction got cancelled because of the delay. So you can add or remove the liquidity, you can sell or pick the outcome, and this market dictates the probability of the event happening in future. So currently I have 15 yes tokens, and I can sell them and get my funds back. I can sell them anytime before the event actually happens also. So till that, so the admin can resolve the market to yes or no also, and he has option to add or remove the liquidity. So this is the project what is all about. So let's move on. So future for Predicto is, first we have to implement the LP fees, liquidity provider fees, because currently they don't get incentivized for providing the liquidity. And then we can implement stable tokens for the collateral. Currently we are using Tez token. So I don't think it is an ideal way of using Tez token, because Tez token also fluctuate. So using a stable token is a right way. So I want to give an option to create the market also and make the UI more user friendly. So these are the future aspect of the project. And this is my team, which includes only me. And thank you. The transaction are taking too long. I don't know why.
Thanks,
Good.
Aniket.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Let's see if we have questions for you.
Okay, yeah. I'll also check what is happening with testnet, but uh, so it's in this prediction market. You mentioned that this is what going to be your roadmap, and you're going to working on, right? So
Yeah.
okay, when do you have an idea of when you should be ready for example, mainnet?
Yeah. So currently all of the functionalities which I've mentioned in the PPT are working. So all of these are working. So I just have to add one security layer that no one else can report the market. So I have to prepare the oracles for that community of oracles who can report the result. So that is the only part remaining for the mainnet launch. After that, mainnet launch will be done. So it will take around 1 to 2 months. In December, it will launch.
Okay, and what are your plans for Oracle?
Yeah.
How the
So I am thinking about something like reality.eth. So what it does is, so users can resolve the market by sharing their result. So anyone can also report it back by doubling the amount, doubling the bond. So once it resolves, so the correct outcome will get all of the funds from the contract, and the one who gets wrong will not get anything. So it will work like reality.eth.
okay.
Any more questions for Aniket? All right. So, yeah, someone was saying something. Sorry. Okay. Let's move on to our next presentation in Liquibrium. So it's a decentralized stablecoin exchange on Tezos, allowing users to trade similar assets with low slippage. Let's welcome Team Liquibrium now. Aniket, you can log off and stop sharing the screen.
Okay. So is my screen visible and am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are.
Okay, awesome. So hello everyone, my name is Daito and I'll be presenting our fellowship project Liquibrium. Liquibrium is the first decentralized stablecoin exchange on Tezos. So let's start with the question, why do we need a stablecoin exchange when there are already exchanges like Keep2Swap available in the Tezos ecosystem? The answer would be that a constant product market maker formula does not work well for stablecoins. And that seems like a mouthful. But the idea behind it is pretty simple and ingenious. So automated market makers allow users to exchange tokens without the need of KYC. And also, it just depends on a bonding curve that is only dependent on the supply of the tokens available. So the XY equals to K curve is what you see on your screen. And what it means that the token supply of one token multiplied by the token supply of the other token must always remain constant. That's why constant product. And this curve usually works well for most assets because as you try to take more liquidity out of the pool, it becomes pricier and pricier to procure it. But this puts stable coins at a disadvantage because stable coins should ideally trade at 1:1. But now users have to incur a very, very high slippage for trading those same tokens. So what is the solution? The solution, of course, is to use another curve, a curve that better mathematically models the dynamics of stablecoin pools. So the curve that you see on your screen is what Curve proposed in their white paper and the one that we are using in our implementation. And this seems a little daunting, but it is pretty simple too. The sigma xi represents a constant sum market maker formula, while the pi xi represents the constant product. And this curve essentially amalgamates both the curves into one and gives us a good curve that is better for stablecoins. The A that you see over here is an amplification coefficient. That means we can turn the lever up and down to the which side we want. So if we turn A to the high side, we get a more constant sum, while if we turn A low, we get a more constant product side. An added benefit of this is that liquidity providers can now provide liquidity with little to no impermanent loss. What is impermanent loss? Impermanent loss occurs when liquidity providers infuse liquidity into the pool, but the price of the asset widely appreciates or depreciates. But because the stablecoins are always pegged to a dollar or wrap tokens move together, the liquidity providers can actually face no impermanent loss over here. So how does our model perform? The blue curve that you see is the one that I already showed you. It's a constant product market maker formula. And the straight purple line that you see is a constant sum invariant. That means the sum of both the token supplies must always remain constant. And the black curve is our equilibrium invariant. As you can see, it slides nicely between both the curves and is flat even when the pool is imbalanced or you try to take a lot of liquidity out of the pool. So it tries to give you the best of both worlds. Now, how does it work? It works just like a normal DEX should work. Liquidity providers first provide the liquidity into the pool. Users can then exchange their tokens at a very, very low slippage. And then the liquidity providers earn fees according to their share of the pool until they withdraw their liquidity back. Our revenue model. Because we are the facilitator of this exchange, we take a cut whenever a user exchanges a token 1 for a token 2. Half of this fees goes to the liquidity providers and the rest half goes to the Liquibrium team. So let's move on to the demo now. This is the landing page of our Liquibrium stablecoin exchange, and it shows us what we are currently offering or plan to offer in the future. And this is our team. So let's go and exchange some tokens. I've already connected my wallet over here. And on the liquidity tab, you can see the current pool stats. So we have around 1.2 million in our pool for KUSD and 1.1 million in for USDTZ. And these are all test tokens for test tokens that are available. So let me exchange, and let's say I try to exchange 1000 KUSD, and it gives us a rate of 999.8, which is a pretty good rate, I think. And for 10,000, it still does not slip further and gives you only a $2 slippage. So let's try to exchange this 10,000 tokens.
It's a straight swap now.
And we need to approve the KUSD and then confirm. So while the transaction goes through, let me take you through some stats. This is the graph that you see of slippage when occurs with CPMM, that is constant product market maker curve, and the slippage that you see with this. So if you try to exchange 10,000 tokens, which is about 1% of our total liquidity available in the pool, you would face only $2 of loss, while you're looking at an $800 loss using this curve. And if you go much further, which is about 10% of the liquidity, you only have to face a slippage of $35 with Liquibrium, while you're looking at a loss of $15,000 with a CPMM curve. So let's see if the transaction has gone through. Okay, yeah, it has gone through. So we are down by 10,000 K USD and we have got 9998 USDTZ. We can also check, and this is our wallet balance. So our wallet balance has now decreased because we stopped K USD and increased for USDTZ. We can also increase now, add some liquidity. Let's say I try to add 10,000 tokens for K USD. On a similar way. So we are adding 10,000, approving 10,000 and then adding this liquidity. Now, because the pool is a bit imbalanced, so we have a bit more KUSD in our pool than USDTZ. So it should give us not exactly the same number of LP tokens because we are increasing the disbalance. So arbitrageurs actually make use of this opportunity. So they try to balance the pool, and in that, because they're trying to balance the pool, they actually get more LP tokens. So a better share of the pool. And it has been applied. Yeah, so we are down by 10,000 KUSD. So 5,000 was my original liquidity. Let me shift tabs, and yes, we have gotten now 10,999 tokens of liquidity, LP tokens. We can similarly remove the liquidity. So the I have around 14,999. Let me remove 10,000 tokens of LP tokens, and it gives me an estimated return. It will give me 5,280 KUSD and this much USDTZ. Let me remove this liquidity now. In a similar way, I'll approve the transaction and then confirm. Now it gives me both the tokens while I only invested KUSD as liquidity, because the pool tries to see what percentage of tokens it should return so that the pool becomes more and more balanced. So you wouldn't always get the tokens that you have invested, but a combination of both of them. See with the activity, and it has been applied as well. So let's see if I get the tokens. Exchange, and yes, this has been reduced. I'm going to activity. Yeah, it might take some time for the tokens to appear over here, but they've already reflected over here. So which is seen when balanced. So going back to the presentation, what is our roadmap? We have already launched our smart contracts on the Granada testnet, so they are live there. And by end of this year, that is January of next year, we hope to have our mainnet launch. So before that, we of course need to fix up some bugs over and there, a better our fee model, and of course source liquidity and audit our contract. Then by March, we hope to add more token pairs. Currently, we only have KUSD and USDTC. We hope to have like USD and WRAP tokens as well. By May, then we hope to have a DAO form, and then so that people can stake their tokens and get the governance token in return. And this is our team: Vidaitu Goyal, Vivek, and Dev. Thank you.
Thank you, that was brilliant stuff. Let's see if we have questions for you. If not questions, then feedback. Anything anyone would like to share?
Yeah, I think this is so it's Jacob from TZA back here. I think this is a great idea, right? So that a new way for people to get some yield on their stable coins and things like that. So yeah, really interesting. Yeah, I think it has a lot of potential. Could form the basis for further, DeFi offerings, or say some of these, multi-asset yield farming platforms could definitely make use of this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jacob.
Another question have you guys sort of projected? You've just focused on development, but have you thought about like what, have you looked at the stablecoin market on Tezos? Do you have you guys projected what sort of liquidity you can expect at launch, or what sort of market share you guys are looking to sort of grab at first, or do you think you will actually increase the number of stablecoins in Tezos, or the demand for it at least, and thus increase the number of stablecoins?
Yes, so we have been looking at the market, and the reason why we're trying to do with the test tokens of KUs in USDTC was because they have the greatest supply in the Tezos ecosystem right now. And looking at their growth from the past months, it seems that they're poised to grow even larger. So I think we can capture a good share of the market over there.
Hey, just a quick question. Thanks for the demo and then the explanation. Appreciate it. So where do you see your the equilibrium in the next probably 2 to 3 years or so? In which utility or application do you think it's going to play in the market? Thanks.
Yeah, so people might want to exchange their stablecoins for a number of reasons, because of course the yield, like on the ETH market, you have USDTC more likely pays a better yield than USDC. So we are hoping that users can find value in this platform by exchanging stablecoins at a very, very, very low slippage. And so and we hope that there are many more dexes and more improvements like this, so we can even use better curves instead of the curve that we have used. And yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you actually, talking to any yield farming, app or those companies, and are you working, actually,
not right now. We have been only
with them? Thanks.
Yeah, not right now. We have only been focused on development for now. But yes, we do hope to talk to some people in this ecosystem for potential collaborations and further development of this platform. We do have plans for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Thank you. All right, so I think let's move on. Thanks, Team Equilibrium. Thank you so much for joining in. I mean, stay on the call. So now we have our next presentee for the day, Team Jenny. Jenny is an anime-themed marketplace and trading card game, especially built for artists and gamers. The marketplace will feature exclusive digital art, various anime character cards with stats and item cards. Players can curate their own collection to play this strategic TCG and win brand new NFT card rewards. So let's welcome Team Jenny. Hi, Digvijay.
Hey everyone, this is Predicto. I hope I'm audible and my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll be talking about and showcasing the anime-themed NFT marketplace and trading card game that I and my teammate have been building at the Tezos India Fellowship. So as we all know, and just like me, there are millions of anime fans all around the world who are just crazy about them, right? But there have been a consistent trend around manga and anime artists being paid, being seriously underpaid. So you won't believe most of the entry level artists earn only $2 per drawing, which is very, very low. And this is especially disheartening when there's a huge community of anime viewers all across the world and who are ready to show the support. Now, moreover, there is no incentivization layer for the players to, the viewers to show the support, and they aren't rewarded back for any sort of donation they make. We have seen the donation as an ineffective method in with the campaigns that have been announced recently around raising money for the Japanese anime industry. So here enters Jenny, an anime-themed NFT marketplace, where we feature exclusive art created by the NFT, anime and manga artists, and we add a special incentivization layer, which means every NFT that you buy on the marketplace has some utility attached to it, and those tokens can be used inside of a TCG or a trading card game, and the winners of the game gets rewarded with some more NFTs, just like how it happens in XC Infinity with their own stable tokens. So the project workflow is fairly straightforward. It consists of a marketplace, which has a variety of cards with different statistics. I'll be taking you through all of them during the demo. And once you buy your NFTs, you can view them in your collection. And along with that, you can add them back to the market so that you can resell your NFTs and make some profit over them. You can use your NFTs in a one-on-one battles with other players who wish to participate in the game. So the working of the platform is pretty simple. You enter the marketplace, connect your wallet, and you can make purchases. You can add them back to the market, and you can enter the rooms for the trading card game and compete with other players. So our revenue model is pretty basic. The admins are allowed to mint NFTs. We have added different endpoints for making other anime creators, the operators, or changing their operation level. So people can mint. Currently, only the admins can mint NFTs, and people can buy those. So every NFT has a certain price in Tez, depending upon the demand and the scarcity. So like this demand and scarcity is actually the utility that the token holds, in context with the game. So here's a working demo of our marketplace plus the game. So this is the landing page. And once you go to the marketplace, you can see all these anime NFTs being listed. I'll just pick any one of them and try to make a purchase. Let it load.
This is very cute.
Thanks. Until it loads, I can walk you through my collection. So currently I own this character from Kota clan, and I own Naruto's footage level, and yeah, another one from Demon Slayers if anyone of you have watched it. So yeah, here's the marketplace. I'll quickly try and show how to buy an NFT. So it's standard. You can just click on the price, or you can see the more details to watch out for the attack IDs and all the special features attached to this NFT. So I'll confirm the transaction. And as you can see, this NFT has been added to my collection. Here it is. And I can add these NFTs back to the market. So I can set my own price. So let's say this one, let's say bye-bye. And I decided the price should be 9,000, and I add it back to the market. I confirm it. So my previous operation is still pending. So no worries, I can show it at the end of the demo. So now let's move on. Once we have these NFTs in our collection, we can now use this in our trading card game. So overview of it, we have 3 kinds of cards. One is the character card, the another one is the items card, and the third one is the Kisho card. So you already understand the character card, which has the metadata of the health points and the damage that this character can take. And each character has like two options, whether to be a grade 0 character or grade 1 character. What means by grade 0 is they can actively participate in the game. So I'll be showing you a demo too. And then we have item cards. So for each character, there are different attacks. So you can enhance those attacks using the item card. So item cards give you the liberty to either enhance the attack or increase the health points of a character. Let's say something like an armor or a sword. And another one, the last one, which is kind of complicated, that is the key show cards. So for, every character's abilities are inactive until you apply a key show card to it. So every attack of the character has some requirement of the key show cards. So you apply them. So key show cards are obviously a little more costly. So now I'll just show you how the game performs. So here's the Figma file we have created. We have written the logic, but we are yet to work on the UI. So okay, let me first take you to the game. Yeah, so I can click over here to initiate a game, and I'll be matched with a random player who is currently playing. So now I'll just refer to this Figma UI to show how it performs. So I can drag and drop a character card to as my active player, and then I can before making any attack, I can attach an item to it. Let's say a sword or a healing potion, as I gave you examples, and then I can add a key show card in order to initiate an attack. So each player or each character will be having a certain number of health points, and with back and forth attacks from the opponent, whichever player's health points are back to 0, they'll be losing the match, and the another one will be rewarded with a brand new NFT from our collection. So each player would be owning 50 cards, 50 character or key show or item cards from the marketplace in order to participate in this activity. So at the end of the match, the player is rewarded with a new NFT which has different characters and some enhanced characters. So this creates a self-sustained economy. So now player can use them back into playing the games, or they can list them back to the marketplace in order to make some profits. So you can clearly see how this is better than any approach that have been introduced before to help anime artists. You can go through our manual from our landing page. You can click on this learn more about us to check it out. Now I'll show you how we can mint the NFTs. So this is only this is restricted to the admins as of now, but we will soon open it like as we'll mention on the timeline as well. We'll soon open it for other anime creators. So I'll just add an image first. So let's say here it goes. And I'll wait for the image to be uploaded to IPFS. Yes, there is probably some issue with my wallet. So yeah, I'll just get back to the slide. So so here's Jenny's roadmap. So for the next 10 to 15 days, we'll be continuing to develop the TCG, which is the core of the entire project, because that's what adds utility to like whatever trade that is happening. And till mid-December this year, we will be brainstorming new cards and the functionalities we can add to the cards. So we have something on the roadmap, that is we'll be allowing creators to introduce their own stories and attach them to the metadata of the cards, so that the NFT itself is a unique like is something special to sell without even the support of the TCG. And definitely we can go with the loot project route too. And by the 1st of January, we'll be done with finishing the functionalities to the cards, and we'll be doing our initial sale during then. And finally, by the mid of Jan, we'll be taking our project live, taking our game live. So this is my team, and Vishaka is the chief otaku on our platform. I'll be happy to take up any questions if I miss something.
Cool stuff, guys. So let's see what questions we have for Team Jenny.
So I have one question. So are you looking to secure IP rights for some of the animes, or are you looking to actually just like solicit anime artists to sort of create new IPs so that are sort of unattached to, you know, their current contracts with, you know, these publishing houses and stuff like that?
So initially, as I mentioned, we'll be minting the NFTs. So we do need to contact the anime studios and, you know, sort of plan a collaboration with them. But ideally, we are planning to make the platform open for any anime creator. Like, of course, they need to follow our guidelines and the context of the game in order to publish an NFT. But as I mentioned during the timeline, we'll also be having the functionality to like mint an NFT which showcases a story around a particular character. So yeah, like we'll be like going further, we want to make this platform open for any creator to join and mint their own token.
Mm-hmm. And for the stats, is that so those are set by the minter?
So those stats, currently we are the ones who are deciding them. But as we go further, we want to sort of plan some mini games where we let's say there's a particular NFT around Attack on Titans. Attack on Titans, like any game around Attack on Titans. We can have those people, we can have those studios to decide their own stats and how the game should function.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking maybe the studios might just like make their characters all OP. So then everyone's just going to want those characters. So then I was thinking that perhaps you can just have like a roll, like a random roll. So different NFTs, like every time they mint, it just, you know, randomizes the stats. So then you can't really, you know, you can't game it for like, you know, specific creators couldn't game it in that sense. And then it would be have a new flavor to it. But it might also break rarities if it's randomized rolls, or maybe the rarities can also like influence the rolls. So then you still have, you know, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And we can have like, we can plan the number of iterations around the randomization on the smart contract itself. Plus we can draw a lot of context from the storyline. So let's say there's a Naruto basic level, it can be enhanced to something special. Definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the idea of an NFT marketplace solely focused around anime. I think there is, you know, I think there is I mean, the market for NFT marketplaces is quite saturated. So I think, you know, you couldn't really tackle like a general like NFT marketplace. But if you focus on niches and really build like a community, focus on, you know, manga and anime has a huge following, loyal fan base, and I think that's, you know, there could be space for an anime manga focused platform. But you know, yeah.
Thanks for your input.
Okay. Do we have more questions, or maybe just feedback? Okay. So if there's nothing else, let's move on to our next presentee for the day. Thanks, Team Jenny. So our next presentation is on Tezos Premier League. So it's an esport and mobile gaming decentralized platform. TPL aims to build a platform where games and game developers can be a part of and play games, win exciting prizes, NFT collectibles, and also develop games. Let's welcome Team Tezos Premier League.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Sanket.
Hey, hi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's start the presentation. So the platform I'm presenting in front of you is Tezos Premier League. It's a decentralized gaming platform where we are aiming to show you, we are aiming to build a platform where people can play games on it. Then also the game developers who want to develop new games can collaborate with us, and we can host their games and they can get a share of our revenue. And then also players can buy NFTs out of it. So first of all, what the problem we are trying to solve? Actually, we are not trying to solve any problem here, but we are taking advantage of some opportunities which are going on. Like if you see the gaming industry generating around $155 billion of revenue had in 2020, and it's getting bigger and bigger nowadays. And the companies like MPL and other gaming startups are also generating revenues and are also profitable up to $20 billion, and the revenue is getting higher and higher every year. So what we have thought that making a decentralized gaming platform where players can play mobile games as well as web games on the platform, and it will be all hosted on the Tezos network. And also players can interact with each other, and then they can buy NFTs, and we will have collectibles of playing games and showcase their skills. So first of all, I would like to show you that what are the solutions we are providing from the platform. The first solution we are providing is for the gamers. That there is a very large esports industry. Like if we compare now the biggest sports events like Olympics and others, the esports are also hosting their own events and all that. So gaming industry is becoming huge. So for gamers, this will be a great platform. Then for game developers, so all the game developers around the world can come with us. They will be provided with an API where they can integrate their games, and they will connect with the platform and also host their games. So our gamers can play the games hosted by the developers. Then the third solution we are going to provide is a NFT marketplace, like the tokens which are being won by the participants. They can spend it on collecting NFTs, or once I was discussing with Om, he gave a better idea of having the prizes, NFT prizes and all, like mystery boxes and all, which are going to integrate with our platform. These are the solutions we are going to provide. So let's see the workflow in the architecture. So how the workflow of our platform is that there is a central server where the matchmaking is done. Where if we start finding the player, it will search for the online player. When the player is found, then the game is played between the players. The game played can be a single player game or multiplayer game. Uh, but at the end of the game, the scores will be matched, and the one who has won will get the prize out of it. Like, and the prizes can be NFTs or the more the token. Like for example, if we say if both the players have bet five tokens, and the prize is 8 tokens, so whoever win will get the 8 tokens or will get the NFTs. In this way, as you can see here, this is the architecture. In simplest language, I can tell that this is the website. This is the server which is helping us to find the games, and players can play the game. And here is a blockchain which will store all the data, which will help people mint NFTs, trade NFTs, win coins, and all the data will be stored. So now let's move out to what are the business model or revenue models we are thinking of. The first revenue model you can see is a play token. Like what I said, that the tokens will be purchased by the players using Tez. So for example, like one token, we can charge up to 500 mutates or one tase, for example, in that. And out of that, whatever the players will be playing, in that we will get the revenue. The second model is by NFTs. Like we will be giving out the NFTs on our marketplace. So one who purchases the NFTs, the amount at which they will purchase will be one of the revenue for us. And the third revenue we are thinking of is like with collaborating with the developers. Like we can collaborate with developers, add more games, and which will help us increase our revenue model. So next is we are going to see our platform working demo. Let me share my another. Can you see? This is the website we have made. Currently, we have not made the mobile app. We are planning to make it further. So let me introduce you to the website. So here you can see the website is very minimalistic. So there are two parts currently. First is the gaming part, where all the games will be hosted and players can play the games. Then second is a marketplace, where all the NFTs will be there and players can purchase the NFTs from here. So before playing the game, we will need to connect the Temple wallet. Okay, after wallet will become connected, your tokens will be added here. So, for example, if anyone doesn't have the tokens, currently I have the tokens, but it's taking time to load. The balance is taking time to load. So, as you can see here, I already have some tokens. So, if anyone doesn't have token, they can get the tokens from here. For example, I want 20 tokens now. So, I will get the token, so the transaction is occurring. So after confirming the transaction, we have to wait for the confirmation. The tokens will be added to our account. It also what happens is like the tokens when the transaction is happening at the background, it also sends the Tez like for 20 Tez. If we think that one token is for 200 mutates. So for 20 tokens, it will calculate the amount, and that much Tezos will be deducted. As you can see that the tokens are getting deducted from the account as the transaction happens, and the token balance is getting updated, and it is as similar to what it is here. Then whenever we'll start playing game. Now currently we have added only one game, that is Pac-Man. Other games we are trying to add is chess, then carom, then a snake game. But currently we have only added one game, that is Pac-Man. When we will click on it, all the game rules will be shown, and it will tell that what is the entry fee for the tokens. So when we are ready to play, we will click on click to play. So now the game transactions will be transferred. So it's opening the wallet on my another desktop. I think you are not able to see it because I'm sharing only one desktop on Mac. When I confirm it, then the transaction happens that 5 tokens from my account will be betted and for the game. So now we are trying in the entry fee, we are trying to add more. Like if anyone wants to bet 10 tokens, it will they can select how many tokens they want to bet. Now we have hard coded it to the five tokens. Now it's finding players on our main server. When it will find the player, the game will start, and when the game starts, we can start playing the game. We are able to play the game. Then the game, after the game will be ending. For example, I lost now. After game will end, it will find the winner. Then the winner will be updated here. The winner will also get it from the server because we are hosting the game. And then after that, we can click on end game. So after this, I would like to show you the marketplace. In marketplace, what we can do is like we are adding the NFTs out of the games we are hosting, or anyone who wants to mint their own NFT, that also we can add. So for example, this NFT we have to purchase, and it's for 170 tokens. So we can purchase it from here. Then again the transaction will begin. Sorry. Yeah, okay. The transaction amount is happening. Again, again the Temple wallet has been opened. I will confirm the transaction, and then it's waiting for confirmation. So after that, the NFT will be minted and uh, will be shown in my wallet. As you can see in the as you can see here, all the NFTs will be shown. When the NFTs will be minted, it will be shown up here. This is the platform we have built for the. It's for further, what are the future roadmaps what we are trying to build? I will tell about it. The first is improving the game engine and the NFT platform. So currently what is happening is like the platform which we have built is like centralized, where the matchmaking is happening. The online players are searched, and uh, the matches game is being run. So we will try to make it decentralized, and we will try to make it also add it on the Tezos blockchain, and the whole platform will become decentralized. And it will end. It will be completed till December, and we will deploy it on the mainnet till January 22. And after that, we are trying to build a mobile platform also, so that people can play the games on mobile as well. And we are aiming to complete it by February 22. And the last one is creating an API for game developers, where game developers can develop their games, and then they can connect with our API, and the game will be hosted on our platform, and players can play their games as well, and they will get a share out of it, and as well as the platform will also get a share out of it. And that's all. This is the team. I am Sanket, and with me is Ayush. I have worked on the backend part, where developing the smart contracts and developing the game engine and matchmaking platform. Ayush has worked on creating the game and creating the front end of the DApp, and also creating the smart contracts for games. Uh, Thank you. That's all from me. Any questions?
Thank you, Sanket. Thanks a lot. Um, all right, let's see if we have questions for team TPL.
I have one question. What can be launched? What part can be launched earlier? Or can you just launch with one game and just launch something next month? Because it's super impressive what you've built in such a short amount of time. Yeah, I just want to see it live, actually.
Earliest we can launching the NFT platform with the one or maximum 2 games, because it takes time to develop a game, as we are not a game developers. We need time, so we have only added 1 game, and we max add 2 games more, and we can complete this in span of 1 to 1.5 months.
One other reason is why I'm asking is the market decides, of course, if something is a success, yes or no. So you want to launch and see if the market wants something like this, and then you can adjust on the fly. Because if you work so hard and develop so much stuff, and then at the end you launch and people don't use it, it might you could have maybe found it out earlier. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, you need to get the data ASAP.
Yes, I got what you're saying. So yes, we are good to launch in 1.5 month by clearing all our things.
Well, I'll definitely try it out. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Cool
sure.
stuff.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, where was the quick question? Where was the games hosted again? Is that on your servers or?
Currently, the game is hosted. Like the game which you have made is a client-side game. It doesn't involve any server. The server we have used only for connecting the players online. Like we are searching the online players, and for that we have used the server. But that also we are making it decentralized because creating a matchmaker on decentralized platform is becoming tougher, and we are learning it now. So it will take some time to do it, but currently it's a central server where we are only picking the players and sending them the game ID. They play the game, and afterwards all the scores are directly sent to the blockchain. So the role of central server is just to search the players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the exact architecture that you have, but I think one risk of having it self-hosted is that from my side, I could, sort of hack the game in such a way and like falsify my score, or like have a sort of game it depending on how it's structured, because I am hosting it, so you don't know what is going on in terms of the client side stuff, right?
We have got the similar problem. So what we are trying to solve it is we are creating a decentralized server for it. We're doing all the games will be hosted on decentralized server, and the matchmaking will be also done on decentralized. That's what I showed in the roadmap, that we are creating a developer API, which will be a total decentralized one, which will be connected to the blockchain. So for demo purpose, prototype purpose, we have selected the central server, but then before launching it on mainnet, everything will be a decentralized one. That's what we are planning.
Cool.
Hope I solved your doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I must have disconnected or something.
Shall I repeat again?
Yeah,
I was saying that because a short span of time, 2 months, we were not able to create the totally central server for matchmaking and gaming platform. So there are possibilities. What you said, we had same problem. We have faced same problem. So what we are thinking is we are also making it decentralized one, but just it will take time to make a platform. As I said, it will take some more 1 month or 1.5 months, but it will be done decentralized. We are working on that problem, what you're saying.
Okay, nice. And then actually after, I'll send you some games. There are a few apps now that basically do Satoshis, send Satoshis to players who play the app. They're 2 mobile-based games. Then there's also one that I can plug here because it's defunct, but it's called Moola, Moola. Check it out. They were doing like penny games, and you like bet against your player and you would double the penny, and then like you would keep moving up sort of this ladder and play other people in like these very basic games. And I think these games can be easily mirrored.
Okay, sure, sir. We will take it out and we'll definitely try to take some good points from them and try to add in our project.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the feedback.
Thank you. Oh my, I think you had a question.
Oh no, I was just saying, good effort, good work, guys. You've thought of a lot of things, and mixing and clubbing them all together in short duration is really appreciated what you guys have built. So yeah, keep doing the good work.
Thank you so much, Om.
Okay. One last question, feedback, maybe from someone.
Yeah, sure.
Or not, it's okay. Fine. I think that's it. Thanks a lot for joining in, Sanket. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, okay, I'll just remind all of the presentees to be a little mindful of the time, 10 minutes per presentation, okay? So now we have team CryptoVille. CryptoVille is a completely decentralized finance service which lets you pass on your crypto. Hold on, sorry. Yeah. CryptoVille is a completely decentralized finance service which lets you pass on your crypto holding to your loved ones. A smart digital will backed by Tezos blockchain, which keeps your assets secure in case of any unfortunate circumstance. All right. Welcome, team CryptoVille.
Am I visible?
Yes, you are visible. You're
and I'm audible, and my screen is visible.
Okay.
All right. So welcome everyone to TIF 2.0 Demo Day Part 2. I'm Udit Kapoor, and I'll be presenting our project CryptoWill, your digital will for cryptocurrencies. So let me just, all right. All right, let me just walk you through a simple scenario which will define our problem statement. In this developing world of blockchain, we are identified as our keys, which is amazing, and we want that, right? But what if life takes a turn? What if you forget your private key and seed phrase? What if, God forbid, there's a fire and the computer which stored your keys dies? Or the worst case, what if you face a sudden demise? What will happen to your crypto holdings then? Will your family receive it? Will the wallet you are having it in, will they keep it? What will happen to them? So next slide, we can see that the dominant cryptocurrency in Bitcoin is increasing rapidly and exponentially. In Jan 2021, there was over 15 million in Bitcoin cryptocurrency, which was dominant. And the top cases for dominant cryptocurrency is first, forgetting your passwords, and the second, your demise, and there's no backup setup. All right, so let me guide you through the current solutions. First solution is you use a centralized wallet, which requires you to reveal your identity, make you do KYC, and then let your family go through the hassle of proving your identity and proving your death via death certificates. And then again, you're already at the mercy of those centralized big wallets. We don't want that. Second solution is you entrust a third party, a lawyer, with your private keys and tell them that after I expire, you give my family these keys. What is the security that that lawyer will provide those keys and the complete amount to your family? Who's going to govern him? There's nothing. And that's where we come in. CryptoWill, a completely decentralized smart contract based solution backed by the Tezos network. And as we know, smart contracts are immutable. All right, let me just walk you through my project workflow, and then I'll explain ahead. All right, coming back to our presentation, let me explain what the video was trying to tell you. For just a sec, sorry. All right. Yeah. So let me tell you how it works. First step is you come on our site and you set up your will. The will asks a few simple questions. I'll be guiding you them through the demo. Then you interact with it like a wallet. So there's no hassle. You just add your funds, you withdraw your funds, you update the receiver. Everything is up to you. There's no restrictions from our side because there's no liquidity to think about. It's your money just kept safe in a smart contract. And step 3, once there is no transaction detected after the expiry date of the will, the receiver gets an email with the claim link where they put in their secret key and the owner address, and they receive all the funds. And one of the best things, okay, I'll let you know in the demo, right? I'll come back to the revenue model. Let's go to the working demo first. So this is our landing page and our home page, Crypto Will, where we connect our wallet. And let me just reconnect my wallet. Yeah. And I'll be connecting a fresh account, which I created just for the testing demo purposes. And we'll go over to get started. Here you'll be asked a few easy and simple questions. So your email address, mine is this. All right, receiver's email address, I'll just use and now it will ask you for receiver's address. So what you can do is you can put in a charity's address, your relative, your next of kin, anyone who you want to have your funds can be put here. So I'll just put a dummy account, which I have. All right. Now you can tell how much amount you want. Maybe you just want to test the will. Maybe you want to make sure it works. You don't want your entire money in the smart contract. So you can just test it with, let's say, 5xTZ. Now you have to provide the number of days till expiration. So here we can add, let's say, 5 days or 365 days. So maybe you want your will to stay there for a year, and then after you expire or there's no transaction from your side, and after 1 year the funds will get released to the next of kin and stuff like that. So we can customize our own bill. Let's just say I want to wait 1 day till expiration. Next, you can set up a secret key. Very simply, all you got to do is share this secret key with your relative or next of kin, and they can claim it after the will has expired. And the best part is, you can, let me just submit the transaction first. All right. Yeah, so best part is, you can update the secret key. So what if maybe someone gets your secret key, or maybe you tell someone your secret key in a time and now you want to update it. So all you got to do is update your secret key. Second is the expiration, which I'll let you know. Let me just check if the will has been originated. All right, yes. So as we can see, here is the profile page that our DApp has. So you know you're the owner, you know who's going to receive it. You have the expiration date as to after which does this amount becomes claimable, and the reset days that you have set, and the amount that's there in the will. Yes, you can delete the will. Maybe you don't want, you just want all the funds back to yourself. You can just delete the will and you get all your funds back. Second, we can add funds. We can interact with it like a wallet. So we can add funds. We can withdraw funds from it. We can update the number of days. So yes, maybe I set up a will which stated that for 365 years. But now I feel that maybe my health is deteriorating, God forbid. So I can just update the number of days to 2, 3, or maybe a week or month. And it's all flexible. And update the secret key. Maybe the secret key got lost. Maybe the receiver forgot it. Or maybe you gave out the secret key a little too early. You can update it. And finally, you can even update the receiver. Maybe you and the person you were first giving your will to had falling out. What do you do then? Do you delete your will? No. You can just update the receiver's address. All right. So yes, the best part is the transaction flow. So what happens is, if I am keep on constantly interacting with my will, like if I add funds, withdraw funds, if I'm transacting with the will, my digital will keeps on resetting the expiry date with regards to my number of days. So there's no need to manually go and reset it after 365 days. Maybe you forgot about it. There's no reason. all you need to do is just transact, add, withdraw, do anything, and your bill keeps on going ahead. Finally, it's the user side. And suppose I'm supposed to receive a bill. I'll get a link in my email and I'll come here. I'll click on the claim button. It will direct me to this page. Here, all I need to do is add the owner's address. So basically the person who owned the will, and the secret key, they shared it with me. I'm just going to write. And all I got to do is claim will and send the transaction. Here is the final security layer, because the contract first checks, are you the receiver specified in the will who's sending the transaction? If not, the transaction will fail, as you can see. But what I can do is I can disconnect the wallet and I'll put the receiver's account. So now if I send this same transaction again, I'll just refresh it. Yeah. So now that my other account is connected, the one which is receiver, I can go here, paste the address. Okay. No. Wait. Yeah. I think the wrong account got connected. Just 1 minute. And now I can paste the secret key and claim will. It will send a transaction. The will check if I'm the receiver, if the expiration date has passed, and if all the parameters go okay, and the transaction goes through, you will successfully receive the will amount that your loved one has stored in for you. And coming back to the presentation, for the revenue model, currently it's going to be free since it's in beta and testing phase, but in our minds, we have a small percentage of each will. So if the will is for like 1,000 Tezos, we'll get a small percentage, which is 10% currently of 10 Tezos for our services that we provided to you. The rest all will go back to your family and the next of kin. The roadmap ahead is very simple for us. In the next 8 days, we want to configure our final email service. Currently, we are using a centralized one like Sendinblue, but I want to move it to decentralized one like TZPing had the day before yesterday. So we are in talks with them currently. Once their project goes live, we'll integrate it. Next, I want to update a little bit of UI, because current UI is a little plain and lacks animations and it's not production ready. And finally, in January, we'll be doing intensive testing, closed betas between TIF 2.0 fellows, and final deployment on mainnet. And in February, we'll watch the response, what's happening, are there any bugs and all that. And finally, in March, we are going to create a mobile application just for ease of use for the customer and the next of kin. And here is the team that worked on it. I'm Udit Kapoor. I'm the smart contract developer. I created the whole backend. Trey is the front end one who created the dApps front end, and we both helped in integration. And Soumya is our mentor, which was provided us to by Tezos India Foundation, and it was wonderful working with. And that's about it from our crypto will. And I'm open to any questions that you might have.
Thanks, Udit. Thanks a lot. I have a question. So, can I have multiple receivers? Like if I want to send
Yes.
10% to someone, 20% to someone?
Absolutely. So currently, we only have one receiver, but yes, we have the functionality of adding multiple receivers with the intent of percentaging the value, or you can just create a separate will. Both of them are allowed, but separating will create a confusion. We have the options, but it's not currently implemented.
Perfect. All right. Let's hear out from others. Any question?
Quick question here. So you said that there is a timeout feature.
Yeah.
For updates that will automatically distribute, right?
Yeah.
Is that public on chain, or like could I inspect the contract and see that it only needs to be 45 days or like 2 years or something, or like 365?
Okay, let me explain it. So it's not a automatic timeout feature. It's a lock-in feature kind of, if you might if I rephrase it. So if I send in my money to my will, it gets logged in, but not for the owner. Owner can interact with it any which way, anytime. But for the receiver, it gets logged in for the certain period. After that period expires, the receiver can hop onto our DApp and just claim the money. And for him to know that there's money for him, we are setting up our email service and TZPing so that he knows that there's a claim, a will to claim, and then he can manually. So it's completely on chain. There's nothing with the centralized server other than user experience.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Because I was thinking like, okay, someone can just see, oh, it only needs to be, as long as I can block access for a year, then it will automatically come to me. So I don't need to, sort of like gaming the thing without necessarily having to kill
Absolutely,
someone.
we actually thought about it, but then it would mean to go on a centralized server that will handle transactions for you, and that's where the blockchain kind of, we need it to be decentralized, we need it to be public, and we need smart contract to be called by actual user, not a server. Any other questions I can take up?
Maybe feedback. How did you like the idea, its feasibility, anything?
Oh, good job, guys. You built everything. The UI UX also looks, almost ready, and you have thought it. It feels like you thought it out loud about everything, all the aspects. So yeah, I think I now just you build a product. Now it's you can spend next coming days about product market fit and or other ways to see how can you make it into a business, right?
Absolutely. Thank you for your feedback. And we are also thinking about something for lost keys and stuff like that, because that's a big problem. So we can integrate it in our crypto.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe I missed when was it going live on mainnet?
Yeah,
so I definitely want to use it.
Yeah, January 2022 is the final mainnet launch. By then we'll have ironed out all the bugs, all the features, all the functionalities. But we have the MVP ready right now, but we want the users to have the amazing experience. We will have a closed beta before January. We will be happy to send you the link for it.
Yes, please. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's awesome. Though we would like to be on the receiver side of it. No, not
true.
All right. So thank you so much, team CryptoWell, Udit, and Ayush, right?
No, Shrey.
Shrey, sorry. Thank you so much. So let's have our next presentation for the day. The next presentation is about converting tweets to NFT. So the project aims to create raise for NFTs by using first come first serve principle. So join the conversation for a detailed insight of NFT business model. Let's see what the project is about. Welcome, team.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Ayush. Ayush, your voice is breaking. Ayush, you're not audible.
I think there is some issues in the network. Can you just?
All right, let's have another presentation. Until then, you can just figure out your connection issue. Okay. Hello. Just a quick check with multisig team. Are you guys ready to present right now?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So let's have team multisig to present. Guys, you can come on stage. Multisig, they have built a multisig wallet for the day.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So our project was to build a multi-sig on the Tezos ecosystem. Uh, the problem statement, as we all know, that it is difficult to handle funds with with the simple wallet. Added reduces privacy, and there is a not trust enhancement among stakeholders, and it has capital management issues also. So, which all these things can be solved by a multi-sig by all these things can be solved by a multisig, as it can enhance privacy and consensus between stakeholders. So we built the solution using safe multisig using Taquito, Rigolang, and Beacon SDK. The multisig can hold Tezos and all kind of tokens with multisig support, and the transaction data and log decoding makes transactions more readable, and interacting with any contracts with UI support is also there. So it is just a step process. Just create a wallet, add participants, and then we can interact with any DApp or handle funds using the multisig. And now let us have a B demo. This is our multisig web page. As we can see that I've connected my Temple wallet to this web page, and here are my 2 wallet accounts that I want to be participating in this multisig. And here we have a threshold value of 1. So basically, threshold value is the minimum number of signers that need to approve the transactions once it has been proposed. So let us deploy the multisig. Temple wallet pops up, increase the gas price, confirm the transaction. The transaction is being verified. It will be added to the block soon. Still waiting for it to be verified. Yeah, the multisig has been deployed. Here we can see it. Now let us send some funds to this multisig so that we can interact with dApps or store funds or send funds to somebody using this multisig. So we will paste the contract address and let us say some 50 TZ and increase the gas fee a bit and then confirm the transaction again, hoping it to be verified really soon. It is still being verified. Yeah, I've received 50 TZ on my smart contract, and now let us propose a transaction to this multisig. So I will copy this our multisig address, paste it here, and so these are bytes. So bytes is when any number anything bytes is that we want to sign it from our multisig. So this can be a contract interaction, a fund transfer, etc. I will increase the gas price and now propose a transaction from my first account. The transaction is being proposed. It is still being added to the block. Yeah, transaction has been proposed, I guess. Yeah. And now I will need to approve the transaction. So for approving, I will switch to my another account. This is my another account. I will switch into the approved transaction section, paste the multisig address here. And since this was the first transaction, so I will put a proposal ID of 0, that I want to approve my first transaction. 0, the transaction basically start from 0, 0, 1, 2, so on. And now let us approve the transaction that has been proposed by the first account.
I will increase the gas fee again and then confirm this. The transaction is being verified. Yeah, the transaction has been verified. Now let us check it. Yeah, as we can see that first that we had a fund of 50, and then we called a propose from our first account, and then we approved the transaction from my second account, and hence one XTZ was deducted from my account, and now I have a balance of only 49 in my multisig account. So this was the basically function of multisig. Yeah, that was the basic demo. The app is live on msig.netlify.app, and which can be used for live testing. Our future roadmap is to enhance UI, to interact, so that we can, as the byte section, we want it to be automatically generated for the popular dApps like Dexter and other exchanges, so that user does not have to manually input bytes using SmartPy. And then we want to also support email notification by using social auth, etc. And yeah, that's our team. Thanks.
Brilliant stuff, guys, team. So let's see what questions we have for Team Multisig. Feedback, maybe. Anything, Om, that you would like to share?
Yeah, multisig, it's a good idea. So, I mean, do you also plan to create some? Yeah. Do you also plan to create some sort
share
of?
screen option आ गया भाई.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, Om.
Yeah. Do you also plan to create some sort of SDK like Genesis Safe or something, a ready to go solution that anybody who wants to choose multisig can use using a dashboard? What are your plans as you compare to Genesis Safe, right? Because Genesis Safe is like $100 billion secured in their vaults. So yeah, just curious.
Yeah, we can create an SDK, but that's like our first priority, like, is to like enhance the UI support, so that we want the byte section to be completely removed from the end user, so that the user can interact with any dApps and make a delegate call to those contracts uh, without having to input bytes manually. We will automatically generate it, and then we can, after email notifications, and then we can plan to have an SDK for it.
Okay. And can I also send tokens through it?
Yep.
All right. So
The thing about this multisig is actually you could make any kind of transaction through it if you have the appropriate signature for that transaction. So whether it's deploying a separate smart contract, interacting with a smart contract, or doing pretty much any kind of transaction that you can think of on blockchain. And you could actually just propose that transaction on this multisig, and if it get enough signatures, it would be sent through.
got it. Yeah, I really like the approach because I'm a big fan of Genesis Safe. So if that's where you are heading, I think it's really great, and I would encourage you to keep building.
Thanks, Om.
So I have a question about the smart contract itself. Are they completely done? No tweaks needed anymore?
The smart contract things is done, and we have deployed it. Like, it can handle funds and make the transaction sign.
Then my follow-up question is, when audit?
Maybe after the UI support, so that we first get the so that we if we like want to make any changes to interact with dApps, then we can make on the smart contract end, so that we have tested it with some of the apps for the delegate calls, and then if we find but we want to test it more, and if we find it to be working without any flaw, then we will go for an audit.
Awesome. And maybe you answered this, but how do you guys make money?
So for that, I would say because technically we do not think of taking any cut for the signature that anyone could propose as bytes, because that would discourage people from using multisig. What we would do is we could charge some sort of fee from exchanges, so that we could provide integration with them directly first. Second, we also are kind of thinking about having like a DAO based system where people could propose next features, and to get into that DAO and voting system you need government's tokens, which you can of course buy. So that is maybe the business plan
Besides
we could go with.
Yeah, besides those are secondary things. Besides, like we mentioned that there will be and like kind of optional membership to like socially verify yourself, to if you want to get emails notified, etc., about signing a transaction and all, then for that there will be a pro membership and users will have to pay for it.
Yeah, makes sense. But in itself, it's already like a finished, nice little product. So really cool to see. Impressed. Love to see it live on mainnet and play around with it.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Any other question? Cool. Thank you, team. Thanks, Arpit. Let's have our last presentation for the day now. Ayush, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayush Tiwari, and is my screen visible right now?
No. I mean, are you sharing anything? It just says Ayush has started screen sharing. Maybe retry.
What's wrong?
Sneha, maybe you want to share the presentation, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, Sneha, can you share the presentation?
It's showing I'm sharing the screen, but I don't think it's visible.
No. Hold on.
I can see the screen.
This is Sneha's screen, I think.
Okay, cool. Let me just explain the project for now.
No, I'm viewing Ayush's screen.
Okay. Can anyone else also confirm? If it is visible, then you can do it.
Yeah, it's Ayush.
Yeah.
Ayush,
Tabs
you
are tabs are changing right now. Okay, so the screen is visible, I suppose, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can start.
Yeah, so sorry for the delay and the network issues. So good afternoon, everyone. As my project name suggests, converting tweets to NFT. It's quite a simple project. The sole idea of converting the tweets using a hashtag and your wallet address. So let me go through a brief walkthrough of the project. So all you have to do is you have to go to the Twitter, you have to make a tweet, use our given hashtag and your wallet address, and rest all the workload is handled by our smart contract, and the tweet will be tokenized and linked to your wallet address. The problem statement. So NFT marketplace is like quite in a boom in the recent industry. So why I chose the project is because people are trying to tokenize random stuffs, any images or pictures they get. But we are forwarding one of the most important stuff medium. So it will be all the blockchains that are available for us now. It's the first marketplace that will be around the tweet. So you can view your tweets, list them for auctions, and then transfer the ownership and all the functionalities that are available for Twitter for marketplace. So what's new in that? Like tokenization seems a bit simple to us. So we are trying to introduce a kind of liquidity by serving the tweets on a first come first serve basis. So let's say you tokenize a tweet
Ayush, your voice is again breaking. Hello, Ayush.
Let me go through so you have a
Ayush, maybe
you have a
off your
user
video because of
Bob just replied to the tweet, and this hello.
hello. Yeah, Ayush, your voice was breaking earlier. You can
Okay.
turn off your video. Say
Okay,
something.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we were going through the project workflow. So the user Bob can tokenize a tweet only if it hasn't been tokenized first. So let's now go through the. So how it works, it's quite simple. All you have to do is you have to tweet with a hashtag and your wallet address, and we'll handle the resting of we'll handle all the resting on our backend. So let me go through the working demo. So the project is divided into three parts. So the first one is a Twitter bot. The job of the Twitter bot is to retrieve the tweet which the user is using. So this is my bot file, and then we'll be monitoring this particular hashtag. So whatever that has been tweeted with this particular hashtag, that will be fetching over here. So if I go through my Twitter, so this is a simple tweet which I've created. This is the hashtag, and this is the wallet address of mine. Now if I click on tweet, so hopefully it should fetch it over here, and then yeah, so it got my the tweet. It was tweeted by Ayush Tiwari. Now it's tokenizing the tweet. So this tokenizing part is handled by the second phase of my code, that is an API that will be calling the smart contract, and then it will be tokenizing the tweet. The smart contract code is being run on a server right now. Yeah, this one. So now you can see like we got this particular wallet address, and now it has made the call to the smart contract, and now it's awaiting for confirmation of transaction hash. Now the operation had been injected, and we can see in our Python terminal that it has successfully tokenized with the transaction hash. So a few of the properties of the API is like it will scan through all the hashtags and it will fetch out the first valid wallet address, and it will link the particular tweet to that address. It can be later modified in confirming of partial ownership of the tweets. Now let's come to the third part of the code, that is a front-end client. So the front-end client is quite simple. Like I'm not good at UI UX, so the front-end client is a simple dApp. So this is a simple dApp. You can see it's for confirmation, and then I can connect my account over here. Now, if I query with this wallet address, which I have tokenized the tweet for, and this was the first tweet which I tokenized, but for this particular, we are using this particular wallet address. So TZ1UP. So let me just connect my wallet to that account. Yeah. So I can just copy this to clipboard, and then I can search it. So this was the tweet we were tokenizing: hello world from tweets to NFT, hashtag token Tezos, and hashtag the wallet address. And this has been all of the tweets that has been tokenized yet so far. Now coming to the most important part of the project, like which I find very interesting, that was a simple working demo, that is the revenue model. So there are 4 stages of revenue model in our project. The first one is it will be available as a browser extension. So whatever you are seeing right now, all the Python board that will be available right into your browser. You currently own tweet which you are trying to tokenize, and to list all of the tweets that have been tokenized to the particular wallet address. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, sure. The second phase is a marketplace to buy and sell tweets. Like this is the most interesting thing, because there hasn't been a single marketplace in Ethereum, in Bitcoin, or in Tezos so far that has been built around Twitter NFTs and NFTs based on social media. So that is the most interesting part I'm looking forward to. The third one is available on Android. So obviously we don't use Twitter and Instagram from our phone, from our web browser, right? So it will be available as an Android feature. And then the one more revenue model will be a tokens to access the API. So suppose if there is a developer who want to build something based on this project on the top of it, so to make the calls to the particular API which I'm using, he has to buy tokens from us. So that will be our fourth revenue model. So these all things. So let me go through a quick roadmap of the project. Till December, I'm aiming to modify the bot to store media files on FTFS. Currently, it's storing the text which has been tokenized into the smart contract. But for images and media files, that doesn't seem a good way. So we'll be uploading the hash. We'll be uploading the media files to the IPFS and then storing the hash in our contract, which can be fetched in the same way as we are doing for the tweets. Then deploying the API on AWS. This will create our fourth model into action, where we are trying to create tokens. So we can use AWS for that, so that anyone who wants to use our API, except for our browser extension and our Android client, he has to buy tokens from us. And then designing of the UI UX. And in Jan, we are planning to provide the SDK as a browser extension and doing the version 1 launch of our marketplace. From Jan till March, we'll be adding the auction functionality, and then we'll be launching with the Android support. And then from March to May, we'll be working on tokenizing Instagram posts and other social medias around it. So that's it. That's the team. Me, Ayush Tiwari, and a little bit about myself. I've been working as a ZSOC student and a Tezos India fellow right now. So thanks.
Thanks, Ayush. Wonderful.
Can you go back to the roadmap?
Can you repeat it again?
Can you show the roadmap again?
Roadmap.
Okay, just 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah.
Because it's already working, right? So
Yeah, but the UI UX, like the user interface which I built, it's like really good one.
Okay.
And also have to wrap the whole code base around an SDK.
That's not required for a launch, right? Or is it?
No, it's not required for a launch.
Because yeah, it is a working product. It's already cool. You can already grab some initial users, get feedback from them, and implement that. So yeah, same advice to all the other projects. Launch
Once the
faster.
UI UX part gets.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Once the UI UX part gets a bit better, so I'll be interacting with the user. Also, there is a slight kind of a single point of error because the Python bot which I have built, it's working on a single system right now. So if that goes down, the whole idea will collapse. So a particular solution for this is to allow multiple servers to run the same file so that we'll be having a less probability of failure.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Any other?
Catherine here from TZA back. Hi, I really love this project. I think there's this big chance for virality within the Tezos ecosystem. I just have two quick questions. Like, what inspired you to do this project? Is it because of Jack Dorsey's tweet selling for a few million?
Yeah, that was my first inspiration. Like I planned,
cool.
I planned it to build on Ethereum, but then I find Tezos to be more sustainable for it.
Okay, that's awesome. My second question was, would you have integrations with existing marketplaces in mind? And I'm just curious to know why build your own marketplace if you can integrate. Yeah, thanks.
I think building our own marketplace will provide a lot of flexibility because that's something quite new. Because if you talk about Twitter, so we have certain applications that are trying to tokenize Twitter tweets. But as a long run, what I am saying for this project is we'll be integrating all the social medias right now. So it will be kind of a separate module for, it will be completely different from all the marketplaces. And also, I don't want users coming and uploading or something, some random images and all. So it will be good for verification if the tweet is, because every tweets and every post on everything on social media has a unique ID. So it will be a lot better for verification. Like I can verify that no one is trying to copy something from another marketplace or so. And also, this thing hasn't been done. Anything hasn't been done around Instagram yet. Like we are not even trying to tokenize Instagram for now. It's limited to Twitter, but on a long roadmap from where I'm seeing the project, like we'll be going through all the social media. So it will be a good thing to build our own marketplace.
Okay, sounds cool. Good luck. I'll keep an eye out for this project.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Catherine. Yeah. More questions? Feedback? Or Ayush? I mean, how did you manage to do it all alone, Ayush? I'm still figuring out. Good job.
Actually, the most difficult part was the Twitter bot because Twitter sends a lot of data and to filter out the things, it took a lot of time for me.
I remember you putting out those queries on the group.
Yeah.
But great job. I see, for Insta, I think I see the opportunity with Insta Reels a lot. Maybe you can see.
Yeah, that's a lot of opportunity. Also, Instagram is like one of the most used social media. Also, that will be a great thing to do.
Yeah. Om, any feedback?
No, I mean, I'm just impressed by all the work everybody has done, and you also, in building a fully fledged app in such a short amount of time with starting from learning Tezos and learning the language, and doing all the integrations, and by the end of it, integrating all of them together. It's good work. Good work, Ayush. And yeah, I encourage everyone to keep building and figure out the best way to go out live on mainnet as soon as possible with the minimal version of features, and then keep improving and upgrading on those features. And we'll obviously be all of us will be helping you to figure out the best way possible moving forward. Right, so yeah, it doesn't end here. There is a still long way to go.
Yeah. Thanks, Om. Okay.
So
Yeah, thanks, Ayush. Um, now stop presenting your screen. Let's hear out like a common feedback for all our TIF participants and projects. I'm sure that most of us who are here with us today were there on Wednesday also. So just a common feedback about the event and also the projects. Let's hear out.
yeah, I can start. So even though I said again, I just said, but I'm so usually in the TIF we started last year, and with the idea was we'll just get some of the dedicated hardworking, select some of the dedicated hardworking developers and candidates. And there doesn't necessarily need to know blockchain. There doesn't necessarily need to know Tezos or anything at all. No prerequisite. They just need to be good at be it Web 2.0 or just any of the skills, or they should be willing to learn and should be adaptable, right? And that's what we focused on. And I'm happy to see that is turning out to be so good, because I know all of you, or most of you, when you started, you didn't have that much idea about Tezos, or how to do stuff, how Tezos is built, how to write smart contracts, and etc. And then also coming out with your own ideas, sitting with your mentors, and building a working, almost ready to go live on mainnet DApp is a good thing. And I congratulate all of you. You should all be proud of yourselves that you have done that in such a short amount of time. So clearly you are ready for even bigger things going ahead. And I'm there. Our entire team is there. All of us will be there to help you, support you, and navigate you through the best way possible for each of the projects. And I'm sure now that you are TIF fellow, you have this badge, Teos India fellow. That's that there is a recognition for this. There is a good recognition for this badge, and everyone in Tezos ecosystem or in Indian crypto ecosystem, wherever you go, you'll be recognized with. You can say proudly that, okay, hey, I was Tezos India fellow cohort 2. So yeah, we will also keep organizing Tezos India fellowship in coming years as we go, even on bigger scale with bigger impact. But it's great that we are seeding the roots with such a brilliant people like all of you. And I'm sure all of you, I wish all of you move ahead with all of your projects, and we all work together and help you find a product market fit, and uh, get you ready for the launch. And then once you launch, I'm sure there'll be a lot of there'll be lot of things to learn and tweak, and so start your entire entrepreneurial journey. So yeah, overall I'm very excited, very hyped. I'm really excited of what I've seen in these two demos, but I'm more excited about what's going to be happen next, and when things are going to be live on mainnet, right? Yeah, so really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Om.
Yeah, thanks for those comments, Om. So I think what I would say, maybe also echoing Bern's talks, is that now a lot of these projects seem ready to deploy, and it's about finding product market fit. They're technically sound, minor a few changes here or there, But now it's time to start thinking about what is this market? Where are we trying to position ourselves? How are we going to attack? Things like that. In deploying early, in some of like just soft launching, even not a big. You don't have to do a big launch announcement, but just soft launching and getting some of this early user feedback will be critical to sort of like telling you how like, is this product something useful? Are we selling it wrong, or is there a function for this product that we haven't even seen yet? Are our users using it in a completely different way? I think that would be very valuable. Because a lot of projects started as like a way to rank people on campus or a way to index websites across the internet, but now they're toppling democracies and innovating in every technology vertical that there is, right? So I'm excited to see these projects. I'm definitely going to be a user for many of them, and yeah, just stay close to the Tezos India fellows, the alumni of the program, because there's really a quality cohort of individuals coming out of the program. So yeah, I look forward to seeing where you guys go, and feel free to always reach out to me or anyone at TZ APAC for any guidance or help for strategy or connection or sort of any other resources you guys may need. So thank you. Loved it.
Thanks, Jacob.
Great point from Jacob. I want to add to that when Ohm and I started back in 2018 with our efforts on Tezos, our investors didn't per se invested in our ideas, but more in our in the team, in Ohm and me, because they believed that we could do something cool. Maybe our first idea wouldn't be a success. Well, it wasn't a success because we focused first on insurance and building some insurance marketplace, but we just kept building and trying out new things and iterating and improving. And now we've built a few successful projects, and it's going great. So you just need to keep going and keep iterating and trying stuff out as fast as possible. That's something that I have learned in the last few years, is that you need to go live faster to see if your idea actually makes sense in the market. So yeah, that's my feedback for now. If you need any help, any feedback, my DMs are open. Slide in my DMs, and I'm more than happy to provide feedback and help.
Just to top up what Bern just mentioned and Jacob earlier, Ohm always quote this: start simple, start now. Right. So guys, just do that. And like we discussed already, that you'll definitely find your direction, because all the efforts and all the projects are brilliant, and all of us agree to that.
And one small thing to add there: you guys have a unique selling point already. You know how to develop on Tezos, and truly not a lot of people in the world know how to do this. So that in itself is already a very valuable skill set and should not be underestimated.
Thanks, Bern. Okay. Any last comment from anyone? All right, if there's nothing, then I think we are almost ending our Tezos India Fellowship 2.0, and I'm sure that this is not just the end. Like we're just doing it officially, but it's not the end. we'll keep in touch, of course, like with Tezos India, TZ Epic team, right? And we'll figure out how to, how to take your projects forward. So let's just close this. If all said, then we are ready to close this call. Anything else that you want to add?
No, I mean, just I want to thank everyone, all the fellows who gave their demos, the entire Theos India team, entire TZ Epic team, Burn, and everyone for being here and sharing your feedback with everyone. It makes sense. It means a lot to all of us and all the fellows. And yeah, now the demos are done. Now the real work starts. We'll all be juggling into some Slack channels. A lot of things needs to be done. A lot of preparations needs to be done. So yeah, let's move on to the next step. And